I just had two quick questions. I think it's a great discussion today, and I appreciate the questions my colleagues already have asked. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the tuition assistance program. In 2010, well, first we talked about the issue of debt, and we recognize that there's an average debt of about $26,000 or $27,000 per student on average. But that doesn't include graduate school. That just sort of includes undergrad. And so, my concern has been in 2010, the state eliminated the tuition assistance program for graduate students. Mm-hmm. So if you're a graduate student here in the state of New York, you get absolutely no assistance. And I haven't yet seen the governor put in his proposal the restoration of the tuition assistance program for graduate students, and it costs about $3 million a year. So it's certainly affordable, especially when we're proposing something like the DREAM Act that costs $27 million. So I just wanted to get your opinion on how important it is that we do restore the graduate assistance tuition, because I feel that, our students are graduating with $26,000 debt. We have so many citizens that are taking on multiple jobs to pay for graduate schools. And so I think it is an issue that needs to be addressed, and I'd like to hear your view as professionals in higher education field.
We would take all of the tuition assistance funding this state can garner. We have demands for tuition relief of students in high school who are taking college-level courses. So that exists. We have demand for increase in existing TAP awards. And yes, of course, we would support the reinstatement of graduate TAP. The state has some big decisions to make relative to the investment in talent development, which is, I know 7 years ago when I came, we began to talk very directly about our role in economic development, and I think it hinges almost exclusively on the number of talented New Yorkers whom we can educate and educate better. So I can't answer it any more affirmatively than to say yes, and I think the challenge for all of us is to prioritize where is the greatest need. Is it increasing the TAP figure? Is it starting to fund part-time TAP? Is it starting to fund high school TAP and graduate TAP?
Okay, well, I appreciate that. And additionally, I just want to also point out, I'd like to hear your opinion as well, on the issue that the tuition assistance program, the income eligibility threshold, hasn't been increased in this state since the year 2000. It's been 16 years, and the last time they increased it, it was from $50,000 to $80,000 household income. If you're a family of 6, or let's say you have 3 or 4 children, right? You have to put through college, and you have to do so on a salary of $80,000 with the additional rising costs of living in New York State. I think it's very difficult to do. And so, again, I see the DREAM Act for $27 million, and I'm not putting you in a spot to say which one's more important than the other. I will say, in my opinion, that we should be taking care of the citizens and legal residents of the state first. However, I will say that it is, I think, important that we should be looking to increase the income eligibility threshold for this state, because everything else is increasing in the state, but we're not seeing the TAP awards doing so, and I think our priorities are misplaced in this budget. And I would just like to know your opinion, if you agree that we should be looking at that income eligibility threshold and perhaps bringing it more up to date.
I think we would participate and contribute in the biggest possible way to additional conversations around tuition assistance. I can't say that strongly enough. I have to express a great deal of gratitude that we have what we have, but it can always be expanded and extended, and we would support that conversation.
Well, we'd love to have the SUNY Board of Directors pass a resolution supporting these two proposals, and I look forward to working with you in that in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.